baddies, and welcome back. I am Kia Ariel for those of you who are just tuning in with this second video. And I am so excited, okay, because I knew once I did my first video that I was going to be super excited and ready to just continue. And I was so nervous before I even posted my first video because I was like, who gonna watch it? But then I thought about it and I was like, well, you got a lot of people watching you already, so you might as well get them something to really watch. But yes, as y'all can see, brows are already done, so let's just get into this face. I think I want to do some pinks today, so let's get into it. So we're gonna go up under the eyebrow like we always do. I actually want to tell y'all a little story while I do this look. I got a lot of stories that I want to share with y'all and tell y'all, because I know it's stuff that a lot of ladies could relate to. And of course, why not start with cheating exes? Because I got some stories. I had an ex, and he told me, I forgot what the excuse was, but he was going to another state. And he said he was going there to like actually go and do something or something like that. And he said he was actually going there to do something, or I forgot. But in all actuality, okay, he really went there to go and celebrate another girl's birthday. And I knew, because I always know. It just be like a feeling. I knew someone right, because I'm like, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, because I don't think he would go all the way to another state and celebrate another girl's birthday. Like, he ain't that bold. I'm here to tell y'all, that man was bold with a capital B, because didn't he go and celebrate her birthday with her? Oh, before we get started, so I told you guys I was going in with my Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. It's kind of old. And this is in the shade Ice Pop that I'm going to go in with first. But whatever lie he came up with, told me he was going there for or whatever, I kind of already knew, like, I don't believe that, but we'll see. What initially, how I knew already in the door it was some BS was because I think when he got there, I was like, I think I was at work, and I was like, I'm gonna call you when I'm going on my lunch break. Now, any other time, it would have been, okay. He was like, well, what time is that? It shouldn't matter if I'm your girlfriend, it shouldn't matter what time I go on my lunch break, you know. And just when I call you, answer. Now, what already had my antennas up and had me thinking that he was lying to begin with was because where he went, I already knew that this is where the ex lived. But I didn't know her birthday. I didn't know that was what he went down there for. I just knew that this is where she lived. The birthday, I found out that's coming. But so that right there was strike one. I'm like, okay, why are you asking me what time? Like, I should be able to just call you. So then I think like later on the day I tried to call him, he didn't answer. So then like maybe an hour and a half later, he come FaceTime me. Now, he in a car already on his way to the store. So now I'm in my head, because I'm just so ahead of my own thinking. I'm in my head like, okay, he calling me because he didn't get away from her and he on his way to the store. So he figuring like he could just call me and make it look like, you know, he just down here, you know, it's whatever. I'm too smart for that. I already knew. So I'm like, okay, well, why you didn't answer the phone when I called you earlier? And what used to get him caught up in particular is because when he knew he did something wrong and he would finally call me back, he'd be trying to just be so nice and so buddy and I love you, babe. And woo. I'm not trying to hit none of that right now. So we talking. Now why? We talked the whole car ride to the store. We on FaceTime the whole time he's in the store. Whole car ride back from the store. As soon as he pulled back up to wherever he was standing at, now I'm whatever the excuse was, but I'm gonna call you. You know, I'm gonna call you right back. So I'm like, okay, knowing like he ain't gonna call back because he doing what I am fearing that he is down there doing. Like he didn't call back. I think he ended up. He might have just texted me, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then nighttime come. Now you my boyfriend. I want to be on the phone with you at night before I go to sleep. So I called. He didn't answer. Now I was young. I was still a teenager. I mean, well, I was grown, but I was 19. Yeah. So I blew that phone up because I'm like, no, why is you not answering for me? And then finally I was like, you know what? Hey, like, it is what it is. So then he calls me the next day with whatever the excuse was. So I'm like, okay. So he was only down there maybe for like 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. So when he came back, it's so crazy because now I have no evidence at this point if that's really what he down there doing, even though I know that that's what he doing, but I don't have no concrete evidence. So maybe 2 days after he got back in town, I'm in the car with him on our way somewhere, and somebody sent me a screenshot of the girl tweets, and she was talking about how she just enjoyed her birthday with him. And I'm like, while I'm in the car with you, I find this out. Okay, so my mood completely changed. Now he knows it's something because I was just cool. I was happy. Now, my face, everything, because it's about to go down in this car. So I asked him, I said, what did you go to do? Now he want to get all defensive and want to get mad at me because now I'm questioning him, but I don't care. What did you go down there to do? And if he didn't teach me anything, he taught me how to catch a liar. I'm always gonna know when a man is lying to me. I'm always gonna know when you ain't got when you're doing something you don't have no business doing, when you're cheating. I'm always gonna know, because if he didn't teach me nothing, he taught me that. Okay, so. And he was real good. He was real good at getting mad at me for getting mad at him for something that he did. Like, he was a master manipulator, okay? And he would deny until he was blue in the face. And I can have the evidence right there, y'all. Like, here, that ain't me. Nah, I ain't do that. That I'm like, so we had a whole argument about that. In the car, and now I'm heated because I'm like, you really done went and spent, time in a whole nother state with a whole nother girl for her birthday. Like, you is bold. So I don't even know what happened after that. I think he was already on his way to take me home, and as soon as we pulled up, I guess he thought he was about to come in. I hurried up and got out the car. I'm like, no, this not that, because you is bold. Like, you really went and celebrated somebody's birthday with them. Now, the killing part about it is, how about his birthday was, his birthday was like 2 months, I think, before hers. He had kind of vaguely told me what his birthday plans were. So I was like, okay. But when his birthday had came around, we was still kind of freshly had just started talking. So I wasn't really expecting to like do everything with him his birthday weekend, because I knew we had homies, whatever, but I was expecting to do something. We've been talking for a few months at this point, like so I'm thinking at least I'm gonna kick it with you at least one time, you know, over your birthday weekend, y'all. And it's crazy. I could tell the story now because I'm older, I'm over it. That's a relationship that's so dead in the dirt. But at the time, like when I think back to it, I be like, girl, you was so dumb. Like you, what was it? But this same girl who he went down to celebrate her birthday with, she came up a few months prior to that to come celebrate his birthday with him. Like, they was really locked in, and he was downplaying it, I promise y'all. Like, because his birthday incident was when I first found out about her. Mind you, I had already found out about somebody else before her, but his birthday was when I first found out about her. So I'm like, dude, and from that moment on, like, he always tried to downplay it, always tried to make it seem like, you know, she was his ex or whatever the case may be. But I'm not stupid. I already knew what was up. Real quick, I'm going to go in with my P. Louise base because I'm gonna cut my crease. And this is, I was scratched off of the back. It's a really light shade. But yeah, like, he was trying to make me think that that girl was an ex and that was just so long ago and over with. And y'all, that man went out of town on me to go celebrate another girl's birthday. You know how just bold you gotta be to just do something like that. And it's like I said, I can laugh about it now because I'm older and it is what it is now. It's water under the bridge. But like, at that time, that whole relationship, my heart just used to be like in my stomach. It was just always something. Every time, it was always something. It'd be like one thing would happen and I'd get mad, and then he would try to do everything that he could to make it up to me. And then boom, turn around, something else happened. I used to be like, damn, I'm about to stop turning around, because every time I do, it's always something with you. Like, really, I think that might have been, not even that was my most chaotic relationship I've ever had. Like, I never had one before that, and then I only had one relationship after him, which is the one I'm in now, and it ain't nowhere near what that was. That, y'all. But I just couldn't believe, like, obviously I had a guy lie to me about a female before, but to go all the way to another state to celebrate this girl's birthday, like, you really rock with her if you doing that. Like, you made sure you took it upon yourself to make sure that you was there with her to celebrate her birthday. Like, y'all. And you know what's crazy? What's really crazy was I didn't even like him at first. Like, that's what, now when I think back to it, be having my mind like blown, because I'd be like, girl, you didn't even like him at first. Like, he used to chase you, and then you finally gave him a chance, and then you seem like, okay, he cool, And we really hit it off. Like, that's something I can't lie about. We really hit it off. Like, we jumped in deep. And then somehow I just must have forgot who I was, or I don't know, but y'all, all I can say to that is I'm so happy I don't got to deal with that type of stuff no more. And just that period, that was like the most drama-filled relationship I have ever had. Like, for real. It was just always something. But yeah, that was just a hot mess, y'all. Like, and I was young going through that, but I appreciate it because it's like now, like, I know what to accept, what not to accept. I know, you know, what type of guy I want, what I don't want. I don't have to deal with that type of stuff anymore. So normally when I do my bases, I like to let it dry a little bit before I put the eyeshadow on there because it's too wet. So it's gonna look a hot mess. I'm doing my eyeshadow and blend it because I never want it to look harsh. Never. And I always blend it with the brush that I went under my brow bone with. But it's just crazy how when you young, you take so much or you allow so much. And the sad part about it is some girls never even like grow up from that. They just allow that forever. And no, I'm so happy that I went through what I went through at a young age, because now that I'm older, I know, like, never again. Never again. I can tell you that. Time for mascara. Gonna go in and do my wig. And that's also why I try not to judge people in their relationships, because I know what I done stuck around through in the past. Now some stuff, they be like, all right, girl, now. But for the most part, I am in no position to judge nobody. Cause, woo, I've been there. Now I'm gonna go up under this eye. Okay. I like for everything to be super precise. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, so now we're gonna do the eyelashes. I be getting them lashes on there so good now, and I promise y'all it was not always like this. Okay, now we can get to the fun part, beating the face. Y'all know I love this part. So I know the last video I used MAC. This video I'm going to be using my Maybelline 24 Hour Super Stay. I love Maybelline as well. My shade in this is 336. Okay, so y'all know before I do the face, I go in with my baby skin for my pores. But yes, I also like Maybelline foundation as well. I like the way this looks. After it's already been set and like I'm out, I don't know, it looks good. Now my last video, you guys didn't get to see me contour my face because my lovely daughter started crying and I stopped to go get her settled. And when I came and sat back down, I kept going and I didn't realize that I had cut the camera off. So by the time I got to my nose was when I realized that it wasn't even blinking anymore. And I'm like, are you serious? I just recorded that whole part and they're not even gonna get to see that. So I'm gonna make sure y'all see it this video. But I was so upset. I'm like, Dad, they didn't even get to see it. I love to just transform and just look good. I love going out and looking good and smelling good and feeling good. Like, I just love it. And that's why I love that I'm such a girly girl. I couldn't imagine not being a girly girl. Like, no. Makeup and fashion and hair and nails and just everything, that's always been my forte. Okay, so contour. I use Covergirl Tru Blend concealer, and this is soft tan. So this is what y'all didn't get to see me do the last video. And I normally like to wet my sponge just a little bit before I do this because I feel like it helps blend it a little bit more if the sponge is a little damp. Booyah! Okay, now I'm gonna go in. And remember I told y'all I use 2 different contours when I do my face from the one that I use to do my nose. And we right back like we never left. Another thing that relationship really is the reason why I'm how I am today. Like, just badass. I know I'm fine. I know what I bring to the table. Like, it takes for you to go through stuff like that and get your heart broken, all of that, for you to I guess just tap into your power, because I sure tapped into mine. I can tell you all that right now. I tapped into that power. Soon it was like, I don't know, as soon as it was over, it was like I snapped back and like, girl, like, and I'm not gonna lie, this was somebody that I was like in love with at that time. Like, head gone, y'all. But it was just like, as soon as it was over, it was like I could think again. Like, and I knew one thing was for certain. I wasn't gonna never put myself through nothing like that again. I was like, no, never again. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my baking powder before I do my nose. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my nose. Okay, so remember, we're going up. You don't go down, because that's gonna defeat the purpose of what you're trying to do. Ooh, now y'all know I like to go back in over my nose. Now while my face bakes, I'm gonna do my lips. Okay, now we can go back in. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in, because y'all know I don't be wanting to look all ashy, so I always go back in with a little bit more brown, just to even it out, because I don't be wanting to look all crazy. If I take a picture, I don't want to be looking like Ashy Larry. Now I'm gonna do my beauty modes that y'all know I love to do. Now, I'm gonna use my NARS highlight. I can't open it and show you guys because it's kind of cracked up, but this is Maldives. That's the shade that I'm using. And we're gonna go back over the nose one more time. And I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner. And yeah, this eyeliner is so good. I've never seen it anywhere else. I always get this from the lady that waxes my eyebrows for me. I'm gonna have to ask her where she orders this from, because I've never seen it in no beauty supply store, Walgreens, Ulta. I've never seen it anywhere. So I'm gonna have to ask where she got that from so I can put y'all on, because I've been using it for years. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with that setting spray. And y'all know I love to overdo it. And then go in and pat it dry. Look at that nose. I'm loving my nose. And then I'm gonna go back in with the highlight, just a little bit, not a lot, on my cheeks. Up there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in one more time with my spray. And y'all know how I told y'all I love to look good, smell good, because when you do, you feel good. So since we did pinks, I have lots of perfumes. I love perfumes. I'm gonna do a perfume haul, because I'm going to go buy some new ones. So I'll let y'all know what smell good to get, ladies. But this is one of my favorites, and since we did pink, why not put on some Bond No. 9. Oh, it just smells so good. This look came out really pretty, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my story. Don't worry, because I got plenty more. And thank you guys so much for coming back and tuning in with your girl Baddie, aka Ariel. And do not forget to like and subscribe if you have not, because I will be back real soon with the next video. Thank you.